So, ladies and gentlemen, the running joke amongst people on the internet is something along the lines of this when it relates to DEI activists being fired from companies, studios, corporations, is something along the lines of this. And the joke is, you're fired, put the fries in the bag. And it's funny, and I've made that joke several times myself. However, there is a reality here that even McDonald's doesn't want you. And so before we get into that, I want to show this clip from Asmongold. And it says DEI experts are finally getting fired. And this is a step in the right direction. Apparently 12 to 13% of DEI jobs have been let go and fired since, a couple of years ago when it was really at its peak. So we are seeing it on the decline, which is definitely a good thing.
This is what I found to be kind of interesting and not a surprise. DEI experts can't find jobs. Thousands are laid off. It wasn't long ago that countless major corporations were rushing to beef up their DEI departments, only to subsequently beat a hasty public retreat a few years later. For months and years, companies have been ending their DEI promises. So what happens to all the people they hired to do this work?
It's crazy. All roads lead back to it, huh?
Honestly, they should be happy that it lasted for as long as it did. Corporate America has eliminated more than 2,600 jobs in diversity, equity, and inclusion since early 2023. This accounts for about 13% of the DEI-related jobs that existed in early 2023 at the peak of the post-2020 hiring boom. So that is really problematic, that they've only removed 13% of them. That's it? We got to start somewhere? That's true. That's true. Things like this take time, and you can't do it all right after. Yep, that's a good point. The widespread retreat is having a crushing professional impact. A veteran diversity executive, she was laid off from her last employer last summer and is now more than 9 months into her job search. I just didn't think it would take this long.
How's a DEI expert even a career?
Well, that's the funny thing. It's not. And she just found that out. In my opinion, it sucks when someone doesn't have a job for that long, but come on, a DEI expert? If you create something that has no value, you shouldn't expect people to give you money. They are experts in something that adds no value, and in my opinion, it's actively damaging to value. It makes things worse.
He's right.
Evil people, fuck them. Yeah, I think that they were awful. They would have no problem replacing you with somebody else just for a different diversity quota, getting rid of your job or replacing it with somebody that they like for some other bullshit reason.
Put this stuff up to your higher-ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
No, these people are cancer.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely right. But the joke, as we saw, was, put the fries in the bag, you're going home, welcome home. And the truth is, that even McDonald's doesn't want these people. They're not fit for any purpose.
This is McDonald's first automated restaurant with no workers, and I'm going to show you how it works. So when you walk in, there's no one working at the counter, and you order whatever you want on the screen. Sometimes they have these robots going around bringing your food to you, and if you want to go through the drive-thru, you just order ahead online. Then just pull up to this special lane in the drive-thru, and this is how they deliver the food to you. So this is McDonald's first automated restaurant with...
Yeah, well, let's watch that one more time. Because Asmongold's projection is actually an optimistic one. He's thinking like these people are going to be able to get a job at fast food. My thing is these people aren't going to be able to get a job anywhere. Because even fast food is like, yeah, our standards are a little too high.
No workers, and I'm going to show you how it works. So when you walk in, there's no one working at the counter, and you order whatever you want on the screen. Sometimes they have these robots going around bringing your food to you, and if you want to go through the drive-thru, you just order ahead online. Then just pull up to this special lane in the drive-thru, and this is how they deliver the food to you. So
yeah. So automation and this sort of like robot, you see this thing like blinks that looks kind of like a cat a little bit. Yeah, they don't even need these DEI hires to work at McDonald's. They don't even need them in fast food anymore. So the real question is, where do all these failed activists go? Where do they go when all of their career and, momentum that they've built up on this delusional, racist, degenerate, low IQ, disgusting, self-indulgent ideology, when this eviscerates and is eradicated completely, where do these people go? I don't know. I don't know where they go. It's not going to be McDonald's. McDonald's is phasing people out because they've made the determination that, wait a minute, we can cut down on costs by removing the vast majority of people that work at these companies, and we can deliver the same product. Maybe even lower costs a little bit while still maintaining the profit margin because of all the money that you save. So I don't think that Asmongold is correct here. I don't think that it's put the fries in the bag, because I don't think that's even going to be an option for them. That's how useless these people are. I don't think that they're going to be able to put fries in the bag, and they can't fall back on getting a job as a game journalist because most of those publications are going under. These people, I just want you to understand. I know that some people feel empathy. Like when somebody loses their job, you feel empathy. These people are deranged, evil, psychotic activists that, as we saw in that clip, were perfectly content with scaring the hell out of people to make them conform to what they wanted to do, even though that what they wanted to do was going to be at the detriment of the company and the games themselves. These people basically extorted money from these companies with this race grift, with this DEI grift, for years. And I think it's going to be looked back upon as one of the biggest stains on corporate history, that so many companies, so many people bought into this bullshit. And the reality is that while this is a funny meme of Pepe working at McDonald's, by the way, some people would look at working at McDonald's as a downgrade, as some kind of as some kind of punishment. The reality is that there are some people who use it as a
never touches the human hand.
very good, very
Nice
good.
and full.
Very good.
Good.
There's some people who love to do it. There's some people who love to do it. Oh, look at that. That's so funny. Some people who do it for free, they love to work at McDonald's. But yeah, no, it's pretty apparent that these people are not fit for purpose. They have done an astonishingly terrible job at anything that they do. We've seen this for many, many years. Everywhere the DEI goes, garbage and baggage and bullshit follow. And it is always a drain on the company, a drain on their resources, a drain on their reputation. And so, fast food's like, we don't want any of this. McDonald's is like, we're not going to hire these people. These people are useless. We're going to automate. We're going to have robotic McDonald's. AI McDonald's. We're going to have a McDonald's where you go in and, automated McDonald's.
McDonald's is testing a new restaurant concept, and it is opening in Fort Worth today. The first of its kind restaurant is on West Freeway and is designed for customers on the go. It is a small format restaurant focused uniquely on serving digital customers through the drive-through, pickup, and McDelivery. It even has an order ahead lane for customers who order on the McDonald's app.
Yeah. Yeah.
The burgers at this Los Angeles fast food restaurant are classic. but the workers may be the future. Cali Express touts itself as the world's first fully autonomous restaurant.
Okay, you're gonna help me get Wally to make me a burger, is that right?
From facial recognition as you order.
So go ahead and put in your order.
Okay. So we'll do the burger with everything and some raw onion, of course.
To the robot chefs behind the counter, almost everything here is made by machines. The fries by a robot called Flippy.
Flippy is using his robot arm to grab a basket. He's going to bring it over here to this freezer, and we'll dispense an order of fries into it. Because a robot arm is just a robot arm, but the secret sauce here is the AI that really powers it.
And for the main course, there's the burger bot, grinding the meat fresh, forming patties, and grilling to order.
As it spins around and as it gets to the end, it'll scoop it up and it'll dump it into this bucket.
Major chains are already starting to bite into AI and automation. Wendy's experimenting with AI-powered drive-thrus.
Welcome to Wendy's. What would you like?
Salad chain Sweetgreen has salads rotating through automation. Chipotle even has robots building its burrito bowls.
What would you say to people that say, listen, this is taking away jobs?
Restaurants have a really hard time finding workers, and it costs them a lot to have those workers, so you want to be very thoughtful about where you put those workers, because working the fry station is a pretty undesirable job. It's dangerous. You burn your arms.
Automation will likely eliminate some jobs. That may be inevitable.
Yeah, it may be inevitable. Yeah, all these DEI hires, you're taking away their future employment. Anyway, yeah, there'll still be jobs for, bagging groceries, though. Bagging groceries, I don't think will be automated anytime soon. So, DEI hires, maybe that's where you can go. You can start bagging the groceries. Hey, would you mind putting the heavy things at the bottom? Ladies and gentlemen, it's always fun to make fun of these people because they are genuinely some of the worst human beings on the planet. They are the most self-absorbed, self-centered, racist, disgusting, degenerate, low IQ, low value, parasitic, atheistic, subhuman pieces of garbage that I've ever seen. And any chance to make fun of them, to mock them, to belittle them, to put them down, and to just show my general contempt for them, I'm more than happy to do so. But yeah, the conversation about DEI and identity politics, that is going out of corporate life, and studios have figured out that this is not what people wanted, and it never will be. There is a big conversation about that, because I do want to bring this up. I did another video on it, but yeah, EA canceled a Black Panther game. Now they canceled a Black Panther game, but I wanna show this to you. Even though I did this in my last video, I still want to show it to you. You remember her? Yeah, we talked about her in the last video, but this woman was one of the ones that was working on the Black Panther game. This racist retard. But I just want to refresh your memory. Every chance I get, I'm more than happy to do so. So, ladies and gentlemen, some of you people...
Big team.
Please watch this.
I have a team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games.
Mm-hmm.
But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me.
I know some people who agree with that. Yeah, I know some people who, yeah.
And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying.
That's literally what she's saying. True.
I am saying that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something may be okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while they're...
So this insufferable racist bitch can now go look for unemployment elsewhere. Yeah, just absolutely disgusting, despicable. These people are garbage, and they're low IQ, they're low value, their ideas are repulsive, and they have no place in our civil society. Yeah, pretty much.
They're trying to make a game that they love.
Isn't this like basically illegal?
Yeah, it is illegal. Of course it is. But these people think that they're above the law because they think that we're righteous. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to do a little bit of a fun video talking about the demise of DEI, of wokeness, and these people who are not going to be able to find jobs, and that's a good thing because they don't deserve jobs. These people were comfortable and content with racist and discriminatory hiring practices, talking about microaggressions, in relation to games. These people ruined everything that they touched, and now comes their just penance, which is nobody wants to touch you. You're not going to be able to get a job, and good riddance. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.